Hello everyone, it's my sixth lecture and in this lecture we will discuss in a logical instruction group rotate instruction. So as we discussed in previous lecture about the logical instructions group, logical AND, logical OR, logical XOR. Here we will discuss about the rotate instruction. So the opcode of this instruction is RAL and there is no operand. So in this instructions there is no operand. So they are in implicit addressing mode. So these instruction can be placed in the implicit addressing modes. So meaning of RAL: R stand for rotate, A stand for accumulator, L stand for left. So the complete description of this instruction: rotate, accumulator, left, throw, carry. In this instruction, each binary bit of accumulator is rotated left by one position through the carry. That means bit number D7 is placed in carry flag and the carry flag status is placed in the LSB of the number, that means D0, and D0 shifted to D1 and D1 shifted to D2 and D2 shifted to D3 and D3 shifted to D4 and so on. In this instruction, the carry flag is modified according to the bit number D7 and the sign flag, zero flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry are not affected. There is a simple one instruction RAL. There is no operand, so it is a RAL is sufficient for this instruction. Same RAR. R stand for rotate, A stand for accumulator and R stand for right. So the description of this instruction: rotate, accumulator, right, throw, carry, means each binary bit of the accumulator is rotated right hand side, from the right hand side by one position through the carry. That means the LSB of the number which is stored in accumulator, that means D0, is placed in a carry flag and the status of the carry flag is placed or shifted to the position of MSB of the number, that means D7, and the number of D7 is shifted to D6 and D6 shifted to D5 and D5 shifted to D4 and D4 shifted to D3 and D3 shifted to D2 and D2 shifted to D1 and D1 shifted to D0. It is the process, that means it shifted to right hand side. In this instruction, the carry flag is modified according to the bit number D0 and the sign flag, zero flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry flag are not affected. Same here is a RLC. The full form of RLC: R stand for rotate, L stand for left, C stand for without carry, we can say without carry. So rotate, accumulator, left, this stand for rotate, accumulator, left. The difference between RAL and RLC is that in the shifting procedure, the RLC, the carry flag didn't part in the shifting position, means each binary bit of the accumulator is rotated left by 1 position, and the bit number D7 is placed in the position of D0 and as well as carry flag. That means in this case the bit number D7 is shifted to D0 as well as bit in carry flag. In this case the carry flag is modified according to the bit number D7, and the sign flag, zero flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry are not affected. Same as a RRC, meaning of rotate accumulator right without carry. Each binary bit of the accumulator is rotated right by 1 position. Means bit number D0 is shifted to D7 as well as in carry flag, and bit number D7 shifted to D6, D6 shifted to D5, D5 shifted to D4, D4 shifted to D3, D3 shifted to D2, D2 shifted to D1, and D1 shifted to D0. In this instruction the carry flag modified according to the bit number D0, and there is no change in sign flag, zero flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry. It is an example here as what is the difference between RLC and RAL. So the full form of RLC, rotate accumulator left without carry, and RAL, rotate accumulator left with carry. So without carry, that means bit number D7 shifted to D0 as well as the value of D7 is shifted to carry flag, and bit number D0 shifted to D1, D1 shifted to D2, D2 shifted to D3, D3 shifted to D4, D4 shifted to D5, D5 shifted to D6, D6 shifted to D7. It is a rotation. It is a rotation left by 1 bit. And in RAL, the full form of RAL, rotate accumulator left through carry. That means both the instruction there is a shifting left in RLC without carry and in RAL with carry. So in RAL the bit number D7 shifted to carry flag, and the status of carry flag is shifted to D0, and the D0 shifted to D1, D1 to D2, D2 to D3, D3 to D4, D4 to D5, D5 to D6, D5, D6 to D7, and so on. Same as in RRC or RAR. In this case the arrow becomes reverse side, so we can say this shifting is from right side. That is an example of rotation. Next instruction in logical instruction group, CMA. Here there is no operand. CMA, the full form of CMA, complement of accumulator. The content of the accumulator are complemented, no flags are affected. Complemented means if any bit is 1, it becomes 0. If it is 0, it becomes 1. That means if we have any number. First we have to convert this number into binary form. Then after, whatever the value of the binary pattern, if it is 1, it becomes 0. If it is 0, it becomes 1. Very, very simple instruction. Next, CMC. The full form of CMC, CM stand for complement the carry. In this case, only the carry flag is complemented. As we earlier discussed, bit number D0 denoted as a carry flag. If it is 0, then after execution of CMC it becomes 1, and if it is 1, after execution of CMC it becomes 0. That means if it is 1, then it is complemented, that means it becomes 0. So it is a very, very simple instruction. Logical instruction STC. The full form of STC, set carry. ST stand for set carry. There is no operand. That means whatever the value of the carry flag, doesn't matter. If it is 1, then it becomes also after execution of this instruction it remains 1. If it is 0, then after execution of this instruction it becomes 1. So whatever the value of the carry flag, after execution of STC it will become 1. So it is all about logical instruction. Now we are moving to our next instruction group, which is a branching instruction. So I think it is a most powerful instruction set in a 8085 instruction set group. The branching instruction altered the normal sequential flow, and these instructions alter either unconditionally or conditionally. Like first instruction is JMP. JMP, it is an opcode and the operand is 16-bit address. So in this instruction it is unconditional branching instruction. It is an example of unconditional branching instruction, like JMP, jump 16-bit address. So in the branching instruction it breaks the sequence of the program. Like if we are writing a program of 10 numbers or 10 digit and they are executing by sequence, so the jump instruction break the sequence. It break the sequence. It skips the instruction, or either this instruction create a loop. So because of this power, these instructions are the most powerful instruction in this group. So after executing of JMP, jump 16-bit address. So as we earlier discussed, the program counter execute in the execution of the program, it is automatically incremented by 1, and the execution process go to the next, then next, then next, then next, then next. But after execution of this instruction it breaks the sequence. The execution of program can be transferred any of the given location by the operand, but it is very, very important that it is within the program. It is within the program. Next is JX, jump conditionally. JX, or we can say JMP, it is a jump conditionally. So there is a specific condition for jumping. It is a conditions of jump. It is an unconditional jump. That means there is no condition, but in this instruction there is a condition. That means the program sequence is transferred to the memory location specified by the 16-bit address given in the operand based on the specified flag of the PSW. The full form of PSW is program status word. That means the status of the flags. That is known as the PSW. So these are the conditions. The first is JC. The full form of JC is jump if carry, and here it is a opcode, and the operand is, as usual, it is a 16-bit address. So it checks the carry flag. If it is 1, then this instruction jump to the specified location, otherwise the condition is false. It start the continuous execution, whatever the execution will be going on. Next is JNC, means jump if no carry. JNC means jump if no carry. So it checks the flag status, that means if it is flag status there is no carry, that means it is 0, then it will jump, otherwise it will continue on the program. That means the condition is the given condition is false. So JP, jump if positive. Positive means it check the bit number D7. Bit number D7 means sign flag. If it is 0, then it jumps, otherwise the condition will false. JM, jump if minus, that means the sign flag should be 1. Jump if 0, if the 0 flag is 1, then it will jump on the given specified location. JNZ means jump if the result is not 0, that means the 0 flag should be reset or 0. JPE, jump if a parity is even, that means the parity flag should be 1. JPO, jump if the parity is odd, that means the parity flag should be 0, then it will jump to the specified location. So it is all about the sixth lecture, and it is very, very important, and we will discuss these instruction with the help of different types of programming. So in the next lecture, means in the 7th lecture, we will discuss about the programming when we used in the jump instruction. Okay, thank you.